Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your November general message. I'm Victoria with the Lion Soul Tarot. This is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, and North Node placements. Cross watchers, you're always welcome here. I highly suggest that you tune in for your North Node placements. We are post-eclipse. The lunar nodes have been activated and are still being activated. So I would highly suggest watching for your North Node. If you don't know what your North or South Node is, right, in your natal chart, just know that I offer birth chart readings. With each birth chart reading, you get a tarot spread. We connect in with the archetypes that are within your birth chart. And I also offer a lot of support. You know, sometimes you go online and you're browsing your birth chart and you're left questioning things. So I like to answer questions, again, offer support, extra content, etc. with my birth chart reading. So reach out if you are interested in getting your own reading done with me. All right, Scorpio, let's talk about astrology. We're gonna do astrology, an oracle message, your tarot message, and at the end of the reading, we are going to do a love message, so stay tuned for that. I will also take the love message over to Patreon for the extended reading. So please feel free to follow me over there. And as always, Scorpio, like, share, comment, subscribe. All right, Scorpio, let's talk about it. We just had this new moon in your sign. Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it? The shift, the change? Not only do we have this new moon in your sign, we are in your season. So happy birthday for Scorpio Sun placements. The Scorpionic energy is not for the lighthearted. And I say that laughing, but seriously, it's been a doozy. I feel like most of us are really feeling this death energy, right? On a very personal level, right? On a micro level and a macro level. This dismantling, these truth bombs, these revelations, things that we can't unsee, right? This is that Scorpionic energy. The time is now. This is very suiting and fitting for what is going on currently globally. And again, this it can be taken on a very broad scope perspective, and then you can also look within on a very personal level, right? Scorpio gets very personal, and the truth can be sometimes hard to witness and see, right? But we're being asked to not pull the wool over our eyes and to see things for what they are. So Scorpio, you could feel like you are emerging, you know, into this world, maybe even offering some sort of perspective for people, right? I feel like Scorpios are good with this energy that we are living in right now, the duality that we are amongst, the polarity, life, death, rebirth. Again, truth, discernment. You may be called to the forefront to be a leader in some way this month, or feeling like you need to offer assistance in any way. We have Venus in Libra, and with Venus in Libra, it's in your 12th house. So I do sense in regards to especially money and relationships, you could be feeling like you are working through your own, I'm getting the word dilemmas, your own narrative, your own inner critic, your own story, Scorpio. I feel like this month it's important for you to be focusing in on what's going on internally, with that 12th house in Libra. It's going to be in your 12th house, Venus, for about a month. So get comfortable there, okay? This is an invitation for you to look below the surface, right? The 12th house is the subconscious realm. It's a very spiritual house. It does talk about mental health. I see people that have a lot of heavy 12th house, like myself, and it also talks a lot around the past, right? Childhood trauma, past life trauma even, and not just trauma, but the stories and the narratives that have been playing throughout our lineage, right? Way beyond even our own lifetime. And the 12th house wants us to dive into those things, like past life regression therapy, etc. Seeing how you can connect the dots, right, from your past, and how you can bring that wisdom into your future. So I feel like the next month you're going to be doing just that. You know, you might not be as exposed or out in the open when it comes to love or money, right? Venusian energy can talk about a lot of different things. We were in Venus retrograde for a while there in the summer. So you can look back to my readings and kind of see how Venus has been engaging with you in your life. But with this 12th house influence, I do feel like it is a bit more private. It's a bit more intimate. It's not as external. It's not as loud, okay? So your love life might not feel so open. Maybe you are, if you're single, maybe you are content, you know, in those quiet spaces over the next month and a half even. We have this full moon in Gemini on the 27th of November, you know, wrapping up the tail end of your season. It's going to be in your 8th house. Again, there's a scorpionic energy. That is your house, Scorpio. So again, I feel like you are in your wheelhouse deep this month, right? Not only is it your season, we got the new moon in Scorpio. We have this 8th house highlighted at the end of the month. So it's just packed full of a scorpionic energy. I didn't mention, but at the beginning of the month, Saturn did go direct, and I'm going to be doing a video for each sign on what that looks like. Saturn in Pisces, right? I've talked about this back in March. We're going to talk about how it's influencing each of the signs. But it's been in your 4th house. The 4th, the 8th, and the 12th. All 3 of those houses that are being highlighted for you this month all have to do with the subconscious, right? What's hidden? I see that you potentially are even surprised with what you're finding, right? Because Scorpios, again, they know how to deal with this energy. 4th, 8th house, 12th house, it's their wheelhouse. But I feel like with this heavy influence of the past, you're almost being awakened to something that you didn't even know. It could be a bit shocking or surprising to you even this month. You're being asked to really take a look back at your past. I'm getting here heavily, and how it's influencing your future. That 4th house in Saturn, again, it talks about the home, family, you know, even reminiscing on the first 7 years of your life and how much that shaped you, Scorpio, into who you are in your close interpersonal relationships, and also with yourself with that 12th house. All right, Scorpio, let's pull an oracle message for you. Let's get your reading started here. Scorpio, what do we have for Scorpio? Sun, moon, rising, and or Venus signs, the Scorpio collective. Scorpio. Doubt. Okay, I release the need to know all the answers. So this month, very much so, you know, with this 4th and 8th and 12th house, this is not about knowing the answers. This is not an external house. I mean, these are not external houses that we're dealing with, right? Dealing with other people. This is very much, again, going back to your past, going back to the drawing board. It's almost like you're in this heavy retrograde type energy is what I'm sensing for you. And it can feel a bit like secretive or hidden, or people might not be able to read you, Scorpio, so easily. Is someone else doubting you? Kind of what I'm getting here with the doubt card. I don't know if it's about you doubting yourself. Maybe you are in some way, but I am getting off this card that people around you, particularly love in regards to like relationships, they might feel like you're being a bit secretive, or something's living below the surface that they're not quite sure how to pinpoint it. And that creates a level of doubt, maybe some insecurity. And again, this could be how you're feeling, right? All right, Scorpio. What do we have for the Scorpio collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus sign, Scorpio. This is the Fairy Oracle message for you, Scorpio. What is it that we need to know? What is it that we need to see for Scorpio? The Lady of the Harvest. I'm going to read from the book here. I just got these oracle cards, so we're going to get to know these cards a bit together. 18 breaks down to an 8. Sorry, a 9. The 9 in tarot. I keep getting this message of the past, because the 9 comes right before the 10. The 9 is where the action actually takes place. But in order to take action, we need to reflect, right? Again, I keep getting this retrograde energy. I feel like for you, the last 4 months have been so crucial in some way, right? Because we were amidst like 7 retrograde planets here in the Northern Hemisphere, right? Our summer season. Yeah, we had like 7 planets. Right? And we're still coming out of some of those planets, but I'm feeling like it really has been deeply impacting you still. The 9 also is reminding me of, again, I'm getting the 9 of Pentacles off this card just by looking at it. It's fall time, so something in the fall, so that would be September, October, November. The harvest. Okay, so something happened in the fall here for you. Again, that was when we were still in a lot of retrograde energy. So I do feel like, even looking back at your last readings, September and October especially for you, okay? Let's read this. It says here, after we have experienced the nurturing and fulfillment of the bright mother, the Lady of the Harvest, also called the Old Woman or Crone, helps us to let go of what is finished and liberate ourselves to move on to the next phase of our activities and relationships. As in the natural world, the old becomes compost for new growth in our lives. The Lady helps us to adapt, to change, and release. So we associate this Lady of the Harvest with loss, regret, and grief, and often we are right to do so. The basic phases of grief are shock, denial, anger, guilt, emotional storm, acceptance, regaining of perspective, the beginning of healing, and the deepening of our capacity for love. So this Lady of the Harvest understands that this is a process. And for you, it sounds to me like you are in that process, but you are in the process of, you've accepted, right? There was the shock, the anger, or the emotional storm that came with that. And I feel like now you are moving into more of the acceptance phase. Right? Acceptance and then regaining of perspective. And again, like we talked about, the 9s represent that regaining perspective in tarot. before that you can actually reach the 10 of completion, so you can start over again, right? So you are not really at the end of the cycle quite yet, but you're at the tail end. And that's what I'm kind of sensing for you, that reflective kind of retrograde energy, this past energy that's coming up again. And you're like, well, I thought I was over that. I thought I've already completed that cycle. I know, like, I thought I got over that is what I'm hearing. And again, with the 4th, the 8th, and the 12th house being highlighted for you this month, you're like, wow, okay, there is more that needs to come up, more that needs to come up to the surface. And again, you might be feeling this grief, this loss, this mourning. And you have to be patient with yourself, right? Patient and kind as you go through the sometimes painful processes of letting go. All right, Scorpio. Let's pull from the After Tarot. Let's start your tarot message. This is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. Yeah, what I'm getting reminded for you, Scorpio, is like we can let go, right? Especially when it comes to relationships, all sorts of relationships. We can, let go, feel like we moved on, even entered into a new relationship. And then there's this moment where maybe you just burst into tears, right? About something about your past. And there's something about your past. As I said that, Scorpio, the 3 of Swords came out in reverse. Yeah, past love, 2 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I sense for you, Scorpio, that it's like, oh my God, I thought I was over this, but I guess there's still more healing to do. And it's okay for me to sit in this grief, even though I thought that I was over this. And again, it doesn't have to just be intimate relationships. This could be even a family member, a cousin, an aunt, an uncle, a coworker. This could be so many different things, but the 2 of Cups does showcase to me that it was someone or something that was very important to you. The 2 of Cups is a very deep soul bond, a soul contract that was meant to be in your life, Scorpio. Yeah, Judgment popped itself out. Judgment is your energy, Scorpionic energy. Another thing with this Doubt card is what I'm getting is don't doubt how far you've come. Even if you are still grieving or mourning or feeling this anger even, just know that you don't doubt that you have come so far, right? This is a process. And again, we talked about those stages in the Lady of the Harvest. Just because you are still processing these emotions doesn't mean that you haven't gotten through steps 1 through 4, right? Is what I'm hearing. Honor the process, honor the stages of this cycle. They're all equally important is what I'm hearing. You have come so far. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Again, I feel like you doubt yourself because you might be beating yourself up currently with the amount of emotions that are coming up. You just have to allow them, Scorpio, allow them. And again, honor that you have come very far. This isn't a reason to blame yourself or doubt that you are putting in some effort here. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. All right, let's see. What else do we have for Scorpio? Please show me what I need to see for the Scorpio collective. What is it that they need to know? What is it that they need to see? Okay, Knight of Cups here. We are going to clarify with the Light Seers deck here. What is this Knight of Cups about? What is this Knight of Cups about? Yeah, see, the past. I keep sensing that so strongly for you, Scorpio. With the 6 of Cups in reverse. I see you, again, reflecting on the past. 10 of Swords, Queen of Cups. This is your energy here. The 6 of Cups is also Scorpionic energy. Venus and Scorpio. Which we will be going into Venus and Scorpio in December. So I feel like, sorry, I got a cough here still. I feel like I've been recovering for like a month from COVID. Anyway, Scorpio, what I was getting at is that Venus is going to be going into your sign late December, okay? And I feel like that's when you will feel this lightening, right? This understanding. We read in that book, right? We read about all the different phases of grief. And I want to remind you again, I want to open that page. I want you to understand that because I feel like it's so important. Okay. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. So we have shock, denial, anger, guilt, the emotional storm, acceptance, regaining of perspective, the beginning of healing. Okay. That's just the beginning. That's stage 6. And the deepening of our capacity for love. Okay. So there in itself, it's a process. Honor it. Okay. And I feel like for you, you're going to be deepening your capacity for love when Venus goes into your sign. Rightfully so. Okay. But again, you're still in this process. Honor it. 10 of Swords, Queen of Cups. What else do we have for Scorpio? Yeah, we have the 6 of Pentacles here. I feel like with the we have 2 6s showing up here. So again, that's peace to me. That's like a safe haven kind of energy. Getting yourself into a more balanced place. That's what the 6 of Pentacles is telling me, is that you will be swaying. Again, emotions will run high and then they'll run low, and that's okay. That's what makes you, you, and that's what balances the scales in some way. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles just popped itself out. Okay, so at this portion of the reading, we are going to pull some cards on your love interest. I'd like you to focus in on your love interest at this time, Scorpio. Let's pull some messages for you. All right, how is Scorpio's love interest viewing them at this time? How is Scorpio's love interest viewing them? Oh, okay. There's that distance. Remember we talked about that in the beginning, that a partner might be feeling that you are a bit distant, a bit quiet, more reserved. Like, what's going on with you? Is something wrong? You know, you're a bit guarded here. 9 of Wands. We did talk about the 9 earlier, right? We saw the 9 reflected here in the 18 for the Fairy Oracle. So you might be seeing the number 999. 9 might be symbolic to you. You might be born on November 9th. You could be dealing with a Libra, a Pisces, an air sign, or a water sign. I also have Sagittarius here. But this is you here. This is what I was sensing from the beginning, you know, this internal month for you. And this person has to understand that you are going within. You're needing some quiet time. You're needing some space. And it's important, I guess, for you, if you haven't communicated this, to try your best to communicate effectively to your person. Because they do sense the distance and they do feel like, you know, something might be wrong. They might be blaming themselves, you know, caught up in their head, trying to not focus on the distance and maybe to honor this healing process. 9 of Wands that's occurring here, because it does seem like something is imbalanced. Justice card in reverse. They do understand, Scorpio, that things need to be recalibrated is what I'm hearing. There needs to be some sort of justice, harmony, and right now it's feeling like, again, you are in this process that's separate from them, right? Maybe it has to do with them in some way, but I do think that there's a lot going on that has nothing to do with this person, okay? All right, let's see how you're viewing them. This is going to be for Scorpio. Let's see how you're viewing your love interest for the month of November. How is Scorpio viewing their love interests for the month of November. How is Scorpio viewing their love interest? How is Scorpio viewing their love interest? There's that Six of Cups again, yeah. You know, I feel like you kind of sway. Oh, right, with the Eight of Pentacles there, look at that. We have a lot of the same cards showing up here from your general message. So, for you, Scorpio, I see that, again, Five of Cups here, yeah. You are in a grieving process, for sure, Moon. I do sense that you are almost, you know, shocked by your own demons. You know, the cobwebs in the closet, the things that you're airing out, your dirty laundry is what I'm hearing. It's like, you almost, from what I'm gathering here, intuitively, you almost don't want to like gaslight this person or like lay your burden on them. Like in some way, you're trying to keep it more to yourself. Again, being more reclusive, kind of private. But you do really care about this person. Six of Cups. You want to make things work, but I feel like the work right now is more self-focused with this Eight of Pentacles. See, this person is kind of like sitting by herself, you know, doing her rituals. You know, the everyday kind of mundane tasks sometimes with the Eight of Pentacles, all that detail. Sorting out these swords. Ten of Swords is showing up again. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's pull from the Lover's Tarot. Let's see what blockages there are right now in regards to love. What's going on here? What is it that Scorpio needs to know in regards to love? Please show me what I need to see for the Scorpio collective. Show me. Whoa. Grieving, yes. Very much so. We've been talking about this almost the whole reading. Grieving. It didn't work out the way that you imagined. Feel the loss so you can rebuild your dreams. Yes, you are in that rebuilding moment, right? Scorpio, Eight of Pentacles. That's all about rebuilding. Staying dedicated, staying determined to the path. Again, understanding that this grieving process is a process and there's many stages. Secrets. Yeah. You have to, what's standing out on this card is you have to be willing, Scorpio, to both say and hear the truth. It goes both ways, okay? The High Priestess energy, it's going to be important for you to remain open, as open as you possibly can. We do understand that you are in kind of this more reclusive, keeping to yourself energy, but if you do care about this person, it's going to be important for you to, again, communicate with them. Yeah, facing it. Facing it, Scorpio. You know something isn't right. Don't be afraid to find out the truth. It will set you free. Very much so. All right, let's pull from this Love Oracle. And we're going to take this over to Patreon for the extended. If this reading resonates, please like, share, and subscribe, Scorpio. All your support is so beneficial to keep this channel moving and grooving. All right, let's see what we're going to talk about in the extended love reading for Scorpio. Please show me what I need to see for Scorpio. Please show me what I need to see for Scorpio, please, in regards to love. Ooh. We have ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expanding, new phase, preparing for union. And then we have engagement ring. Yes, November is very much a preparation month. Eight of Pentacles showing up twice. Again, you are at the tail end of this grieving process. And then, like we saw in the Fairy Oracle, you're preparing to receive and express love in a new way. And again, I feel for you, when Venus goes into Scorpio, it's going to be such a beneficial time for you to expand in that way, Scorpio. I wish you all the best. Stay tuned for the December general messages. And if you'd like to follow me over on Patreon, I'm excited to see you there. Bye for now.